Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Amari Kalia and I am here with a new video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Amari Kalia. I am a trainer and I post health and fitness content. I also post self-development content. So if that is what you want to see, that's what you want to hear about, that's what you want to learn about, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. First, I want to say, please excuse the sun. The sun is sunning today. I tried to move the camera in an angle to where it wouldn't be that much of a problem, but clearly I was not successful. So on September 8th, I decided to go on a 30-day challenge of no bread and no junk food. The reason why I did that is because over the summer I did eat a lot of like ice cream, and I didn't really eat a lot of junk food, but I did eat a lot of ice cream at least like 2 or 3 times a week. And when I eat out on the weekends, I was eating like heavy meals, like when I ate hibachi, or that's pretty much like the main thing, or Chipotle or Kava. And there's nothing wrong with having that stuff every now and then, but I really wanted to challenge myself because I feel like the average person craves sugar and salt, and we don't even realize that we are addicted to sugar. And we were brought up on eating like high calorie, high sugar, high salt foods, high processed foods. I'm on this journey where I'm wanting to train my body to not crave those things. I'm not sure if that'll ever be like 100% I don't crave sugar, but I definitely want to decrease my body's natural, I guess, tendency to want sugar and salt. And honestly, the only times I really like felt those cravings, like before I started this journey, was like after I ate dinner, or even like, honestly, it was after like I ate meals. And then also like, it was just a habit, like, oh, okay, it's Wednesday, let's go get ice cream. Or like, oh, it's the weekend, let's go get da da da. Like, it was like a habit for me, and so I want to break out of those habits and just be more intentional. That's just me. A lot of people don't care that much, and that is fine. But me personally, I don't want to be controlled by food. I don't want to be controlled by a lot of the things that we are controlled by in this world. And a lot of people don't see that as being controlled, but it is. We are controlled by food. So anyways, I'm going to give you guys some things that I learned while I was on this journey. So basically, when I didn't even used to eat bread a lot. But I did used to eat bread like for breakfast sometimes, like bagels, or when I ate like egg sandwiches, stuff like that. And then like when I went out to eat, obviously I would always get some type of like bread. Excuse Marlo in the background. So yeah, so one thing I did was cut out bread for breakfast. I cut out bread completely, so whenever I went out to eat, I did not eat any bread, which means no waffles, no pancakes, no tortillas, no toast, none of that. I didn't eat any bread. I didn't have any pastries, no donuts, no cake, nothing like that. So that also meant no junk food. So no chips, no candy, no sweets, no desserts. I didn't have anything of the nature. I didn't have any junk food, any sweets, and no bread. So for the first week, I was craving a little bit just because, like I said, my body was so used to it. But after about a week of no bread and no junk food, I didn't crave it anymore. And I think that was mainly because, and this is something that I'm going to get into, I replaced like all of those things with something else. So it wasn't just like I was like starving myself or going on a diet, or I was, you know, cutting out things without finding alternatives. So I think that is what helped me like not crave those things, because I was very focused on getting in my protein, my complex carbs, and my healthy fats. I paid a lot more attention to my healthy fats because I know how important eating healthy fats is. I know how important eating healthy fats is to our bones, to our heart, to just our everyday physiological function. Like, eating healthy fats is very important for us, and it also helps us absorb other nutrients. So I wanted to focus on that during this journey. So it was like I cut it out so I wouldn't crave it, but I also cut it out so that I could incorporate more of the things that my body actually needs, and also just learn like what do my body need, what does my body need. So here are some of the results and things that I learned. So like I said, after about a week I was not craving anything, or this is more so results. So I didn't crave anything, any sugar after about a week. I lost 3 pounds, which I wasn't really doing this for weight loss, but I did lose 3 pounds. And I think that's because I wasn't eating so much junk food. So I wasn't adding so much sugar that was being stored as fat. And then also one thing that really helped me is that I never tried anything. Like I never got a piece of bread. Like, oh, I could just do it this one time. Or, oh, I could just get one little cup of ice cream. Or, oh, one cookie won't hurt. I didn't do that at all because I knew if I did it once, I would do it again. That defeats the whole purpose of a challenge. Obviously, this is not something that could really be sustainable because I'm only 23 years old. Like, I'm not about to go the next 50, 60 years of my life without eating any, like, junk food. But I just wanted to challenge myself. But throughout this challenge, I didn't allow myself to indulge in those things periodically just because I knew, like, if I did it once, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it again because I know I've done it already and it's not that bad. You know, that's what we tell ourselves. It's not that bad, or it's not gonna affect anything. But I wanted to really build that mental strength and really learn how to have self-control. So I did not try anything at all. And at work, this month was actually very tempting, which is new because, like, usually I don't really let this stuff phase me at work, but they was eating out all the time, and my manager brought donuts one day, and coworkers asking me, do I want to eat with them? And I'm just like, y'all ain't never done this, but now all of a sudden that I'm on this challenge, y'all want to ask me, do I want this and that? But I didn't give in. Like, I said no to everything, and I'm very proud of myself. So here are 4 things that I learned while on this challenge. So number 1, and this is what I mentioned earlier, you need to have replacements, and meal prep is key. So I definitely stepped to my meal prep. I only ate out like once or twice, or not even twice. I ate out like once a week throughout this whole thing because I was very limited on what I could eat. So I didn't even want to like eat out. I think the most I ate out was like hibachi. I had Chipotle once and I had kava once, but it was really hard for me to like eat out because I'm not eating bread and I'm also not eating like chips. And most of the time when I go out to eat, I'm like going to a taco restaurant or I'm going to somewhere where I'm getting a sandwich. So I was very focused on meal prepping. So I created meals that were more fulfilling and that were more tasty. So like I made taco bowls and I made like barbecue chicken and I made mac and cheese one time. Like, and let me say that I'm not saying I did no starch, because a lot of people, my family and friends were like, but you're still eating starch. I'm like, I didn't say no starch. I said no bread and no junk food. I still need starch. I work out too much to where I can't really go without starch. So I was still eating my complex carbohydrates. I was still eating pasta, stuff like that. I just wasn't eating bread or junk food. So yeah, meal prep was key, making sure that I had all my meals, and this allowed me to make sure that I got in my healthy fats, I got in my carbohydrates, and I got in my protein. I really focused on protein as well, like making sure that each meal I ate had at least 20 to 30 grams of protein. So that was breakfast, that was lunch, dinner, and all my snacks. So I started eating more salads, which were really good. I'm going to be showing you guys that in the next couple of vlogs. But yeah, I ate more salads, ate more greens, drank more smoothies, got in my fruits, ate more nuts, raw nuts. So like all of those things really helped me to like still like make sure that I'm getting in all my nutrients, but making sure that I'm not so easy to like, oh, what am I going to eat? I'm not eating this, so what am I going to eat? So that made it a lot easier. Number 2, and I kind of touched on this, is it is so important to have self-control, and that's what this journey has taught me. So like I said at work, it was almost every day somebody was asking me, do I want to buy this? Do I want to buy that? And also I have my boyfriend, and he wasn't on this journey with me, so he's still eating ice cream. He's still, you know, doing whatever he wants, as he should. But for me personally, it can be tempting, you know, and so had to have that mental strength and that self-control to not indulge in those things just because the people around me were doing it. And that was a really big test for me, and I am very proud of myself because I didn't indulge or give in one time. And then this is another thing that I mentioned, is that this journey helped me with like not eating out as much, because like I said, when I was eating out, I was always eating things with like chips or eating bread. I love burgers, I love sandwiches, wraps, all of that. So like, because that I cut out the bread and I cut out the junk food, it limited my options. So I was literally cooking everything at home. Even like with my salad, I made like buffalo chicken tenders to put on my salad, and that's something that I would usually only eat out if I go out to eat. And so yeah, I'm like, that was really big for me, and I'm actually happy. Like, I was happy throughout the journey, knowing that like, okay, I'm not indulging or I'm not eating out, I'm not spending my money on food, I got food in the crib. And then also like, I was going on TikTok and Pinterest and trying new meals. I tried like 3 or 4 new recipes. So I'm really grateful that I went on this journey because I learned some new things. Like, I don't even think I ate like chicken thighs with broccoli and potatoes. I think I've only done that like once throughout this journey, and 30 days is a long time. So like, I was eating very good meals. If you go watch my vlogs from the last couple of weeks, you will see that I was eating more creative meals, and yeah, I really enjoyed that. So another thing is that going on this journey helped me and kept me from eating out so much. And then this is the last thing that I learned, and this is so embarrassing, y'all, and this like TMI, but it's just crazy how this worked, because I was supposed to record this video yesterday on Saturday. Today's Sunday. I was supposed to record it yesterday, but it was just so much going on, so I didn't get to record it. So I'm recording it today, and it's crazy because I'm glad that I'm recording it today so I could tell y'all this. So yesterday I hit my 30 days. So I went to brunch with my friend, and I ate an omelet, fruit, and it came with toast, and I got a side of French toast. I didn't want the toast that came with it, but for some reason at their restaurant you couldn't like make modifications. So I got the French toast, half French toast on the side. So I had bread then, and then I went to so then we went to Longhorn with my cousin for like dinner. It was around like 5 something. So for there at Longhorn, I ate like a piece of the bread that comes to your table, and then I had a chicken salad. Cool. Then we went to Top Golf, which if you don't know what Top Golf is, it's basically like a place where you play golf basically. And so there my cousin ordered macaroni and cheese bites. So basically it was like mac and cheese like covered in bread, and then it was fried, and basically it's like a mozzarella stick, but instead of just the cheese there was noodles too. So I had a few of those, and I also had a skillet cookie with ice cream on top. The skillet cookie was a brownie. It wasn't an actual like chocolate chip cookie, which is what I wanted, but that's all they had. When I didn't know that when it came out, so I didn't know that until it came out. So yeah, I had that. This morning I went to work, and like I said, this is TMI, but I had diarrhea. Like, I had diarrhea so bad. Like, I let it out about 7 times. I'm sorry if this is too much for y'all, but yes, like literally I had diarrhea, and I'm like, bro, like, why is this happening? So I'm thinking like, oh yeah, it's probably those cheese bites I had last night. And then I was talking to my cousin, and she was like, oh, maybe it was the ice cream. Then I talked to my coworker, and she was like, her daughter is an athlete, and like whenever she's on season, she doesn't eat any like junk food at all, any quote unquote bad food is what she said. And then once she's off season, she starts back indulging in those things, and she gets sick because her body has been so used to not eating those things. And I'm like, dang, like, is that what's going on? Is that what is going on? Like, it's only been 30 days. But I'm like, that's probably why I had, you know what. And then also, when you think about it, I ate too much. Like, I had the French toast, and then I had the skillet cookie, and then I had the macaroni and cheese bites, which, I mean, that was just like, that's something that I would have ate like while I was on the journey, because I wasn't staying away from fried foods. I was just staying away from bread and junk food. But the skillet cookie was definitely a stretch. The mac and cheese bites was a stretch. And honestly, even me eating bread at brunch and dinner was a stretch. It was a huge stretch. I went overboard too quick in the first day back. So I think that moral of the story is, whenever you do any type of challenge, any type of cutting out restrictions, this is why restricting foods is not good. Like, diets and stuff, keto, all of that stuff is not good for your body because it's not something that's sustainable. Literally, I had, you know what, because I'm thinking it's because I went without it for 30 days and then I put all that stuff back in my body quickly within 1 day, and my body had a bad reaction to it. If you think that's what it was, comment below, because I think that's what it is, but you know, you just never really know. I don't have it anymore. I let it all come out, and then I ate some oatmeal and I had a protein shake a little after that, and I feel better. My stomach's still kind of twisting a little bit, but I haven't used the restroom, so I think I'm good. But yeah, so basically I say all that to say that I learned that, you know, it's not something that's really sustainable. Like, and that's with any diet. That's why I do not advocate for diets. I do not advocate for food restricting. My thing is to have healthy habits with how you eat and what you eat. So like, obviously moving forward, I'm still not going to be eating junk food or eating a lot of bread, but I'm not cutting it out. This challenge was just for me to really push myself and really just to kind of like I said, train my taste buds to not want all of the sweet stuff. And so other than that, like, there's really no reason to just like restrict yourself. Now, if you're an athlete or if you are, you know, overweight and you are really wanting to like lose weight, I mean, I guess you can attempt to kind of like cut out like junk food, but I wouldn't even say that, because like I said, you want your weight loss journey to be something that's sustainable and something that's realistic. So it's not realistic for you to go that long without sweets or junk food or sweets and bread. Like, unless you're just somebody who literally don't like sweets. I know people who literally like do not like cakes and cookies and all of that stuff. Or if you're a person who don't like bread, like my friend I went to eat with yesterday, she literally was like, I'm just not a bread person. Like, I get those circumstances, but if you like those things and you think that you have to cut those out in order to like lose weight or reach your goals, I'm here to tell you that it's not true. The overall underlining way to lose fat is to be in a caloric deficit, so you're burning more energy than you're taking in. That's just what science says. That's what research says. That's like the most important thing when it comes to any type of weight loss, fat loss journey. But other than that, like, there is no reason for you to be in a restrictive diet or anything like that. So yeah, guys, I did 30 days of no bread and no junk food, and I'm actually going to continue on it without being so hard on myself. So I probably just do like one sweet a week, and then I'm still not going to buy bread from my house, nor am I going to really be eating bread when I go out to eat, because I'm still in a cut, and I'm also like still wanting to or continuing to train my body to not crave so much sugar. So yeah, I hope you guys can take some tips from this video. And yeah, it's just so funny that I had that little situation today. Like, I literally was like going crazy at work, and like, I work the front desk when I work on weekends, so I'm like coming in contact with patients, so I'm like having to rush use the bathroom. It was just a mess, but I'm glad I went through it. It kind of taught me that whenever you do any type of restrictive diet, or if you go a long time without something, ease your way into it. Don't just, you know, go big. So yeah, that's what I learned, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video.